Surely you've heard from your mother, grandmother, or even someone you know that words have power, right? Take care with what you speak, what you say, you attract. This is usually taken by people in tons of mockery, discrediting this statement. But have you ever stopped and pondered the true meaning of words have power? Catherine Ponder studies the law of attraction, and with all that lies behind words. In one of her works, Catherine states, "One of the ways to mentally create prosperity is through prosperity words." And if you have the goal of prosperity in your life, both financially and as a person, you need to know that the words of prosperity bring prosperity. Expressing words of prosperity, you shape substance in the invisible world, giving form to it in the visible world. Catherine states that if you persist in talking and thinking about prosperity and success, there will be no forces in heaven or on earth that will stop you from succeeding. Therefore, it is of great importance, if for example you need money, that you express words of prosperity, that you will have so much that you will be able to have for yourself and to share. But do not forget, it is very important to be objective when expressing words, so as not to attract things that are not specific to your goal. So whenever you express words to attract prosperity, don't do it generically. The words we speak create prosperity. What else do they do? Well, stay until the end of this video that I will bring the teachings that Catherine brings in her book, Open Your Mind to Receive. Catherine Ponder, writer, born in 1927 in South Carolina, USA. Catherine is responsible for writing and studying in depth the law of attraction and the power of words, and she portrays this in several titles such as The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity and Open Your Mind to Receive, book used in today's video. When we practice the words of prosperity, we are conditioning our subconscious to co-create what we desire. Be wealthy, prosperous, healthy, whatever you want. But after we use our minds in words of prosperity, what happens? Well, the universe opens up all opportunities for us. We won't necessarily ask the universe for a new car, and we will show up on our doorstep. Most of the time, we will manifest money to buy that car. But we need to be ready to receive what the universe manifests to us. We need to know and understand these opportunities we will be open to receive. If that has happened to you, there is something you can do about it. The word receive means accept. Psychologists tell us that we can have anything we can mentally accept, but that we must mentally accept it first. A big part of receiving is mentally accepting the good you want, rather than mentally finding it. The key to receiving prosperity is accepting prosperity in your life. So accept prosperity in your life right now. Catherine expresses the following account in her book. One housewife said, "Although I have studied the power of prosperous thinking for years and have had great improvement in my life from this philosophy, I recently discovered something I was doing wrong. I was saying it was a fixed income. I was trying to bring more financial income to myself in a certain way. I hadn't opened my mind to the possibility of limitless supply coming to me in limitless ways. When I realized my mistake, I repeated these words aloud for a long time. I am receiving. I'm getting it now. I'm getting all the wealth the universe has for me right now." Within hours, I got a call from the new cable company in my town, inviting me to come and discuss the possibility of doing a series and showing them a material I had already developed for disabled children and for learners. I went for the interview, and this job is now secured. It is one that will bring considerable income for me. As I continue to speak the word of receive, my retired husband's business quickly caught on. Several customers showed up with furniture for him to fix. Those jobs will keep you busy and happy for a while. This woman continued to speak the word she was receiving daily. She later reported, "Money seems to come from all over the universe. I just sold a movie that will be shown in schools as an entertainment resource for kindergarten and underprivileged youth. Also, a movie about games for kids that I made months ago has already been sold, and others are starting to flow to the distributor. All of this happened after I began to open my mind to receive. Many people struggle with this instead of accepting it. They totally think they cannot have their good, nor should they be asking for it. Such attitudes are not part of the son of a king. So, from now on, don't just ask the universe. Don't just work your co-creation power. Work your acceptance power. I invite you to leave here in the comments words of prosperity. Words saying that in the moment and from that moment on, you accept everything the universe has for you. When expressing the words of prosperity, don't forget to say that you accept everything the universe has in store for you. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to last. If you want to know more about the law of attraction, more videos from our channel are showing on your screen right now. Click and see you there. If you liked the video, leave a like to help us grow and subscribe so you don't miss any videos we post. To the next.